Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Damodar Prabhu, you can make me co-host also, Prabhuji.
Perfect. Join हो रहे हैं तो here.
प्रभु भी असुरन असुर
एक में लाएंगे कम हो गया नॉमिनल पता नहीं बड़ा नहीं
सब लोग ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं जो तुम्हारे उसमें है
काफी लोग चलेगा तुरंत बाकी करना है तो पूरा ना
प्राइस लेना हाँ दे
इसमें मेरे हाथ में इसमें जो था ये हो गया
कृष्ण
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम प्रभु।
Hare Krishna, dear devotees.
Hare
Thank you
Krishna,
very much.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
It has been
Hare Krishna.
a long time. We were supposed to start 1 month before, but Krishna is in control. We can make plans, but unless Krishna sanctions, we cannot move forward. So by Mahaprabhu's blessings, we are here today. So today mostly we'll be looking into the orientation plan, how this course will continue, because this is a long journey. So in the beginning, we would like to inform you about some basic principles which will be followed through the entire course. Of course, there are two types of devotees. Some of you are maybe simply listening, going to listen as a listener, and some of you will be taking test and you will be awarded the certificate. Anyway, so we will go through the entire orientation in today's class. Officially, our class will start from the next lesson. So, in the beginning, as we know, this is the tradition of all the Vaishnavas that in the beginning we chant Mangalachan prayers. So, in Mangalachan prayer, we will try to offer respect to our spiritual master, Prabhupada, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and of course, from Krsna-lila-stava, glorification of Krishna in Vrindavan. This is also a meditation, and to gain taste for Krishna's Vrindavan pastime. So in that way, after chanting Mangalachan prayer, we will start our class today. Am I clearly audible, dear devotees?
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Yes,
Slight
Prabhu.
if volume
I
you
can
can
hear
increase
you.
better, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji, we can hear you nicely.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, we can hear.
ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतुषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कंठ राधा कंठ नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये सर्वशास्त्राब्धिपीयूष सर्ववेदैकसत्फल सर्वसिद्धान्तरत्नाढ्य सर्वलोकैकदृक्पद सर्वभागवतप्राण श्रीमद्भागवत प्रभो कलिभान्तोदितादित्य श्रीकृष्ण परिवर्तितः परमानन्दपाठाय प्रेमवर्षाक्षरायते सर्वदा सर्वसेव्याय श्रीकृष्णाय नमस्तुमे मदेकबन्धुमत्सङ्गी मद्गुरो मन्महाधन मन्निस्तारकमद्भाग्य मदानन्दनमस्तुते मदेकबन्धुमत्सङ्गी मद्गुरो मन्महाधन मन्निस्तारकमद्भाग्य मदानन्दनमस्तुते असाधु साधुतादायिन् अतिनीचचतारक आनमञ्च कदाचिन्मा प्रेम्णारित्कण्ठय स्फुरः श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभुनित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. Welcome, dear devotees, to the study of Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the prime subject of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. As we know, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he released Srimad Bhagavatam from Gadadhar Pandit while he was staying in Jagannath Puri. And in Nectar of Devotion, while explaining 64 items of devotional service, Srila Rupa Goswami, he mentions that the study of Srimad Bhagavatam wrote 3 times. Sometimes people find fault in literary work when same subject matter is repeated. But in Vaishnava literary work, when the same subject matter is mentioned more than once, it is understood as of having utmost importance. So by repeatedly mentioning about this Panchanga Bhakti, the study of Srimad Bhagavatam is one of these 5 items of devotional service. Srila Rupa Goswami, he explains about the utmost importance of studying Srimad Bhagavatam scrutinizingly for the Gaudiya Vaishnavas who are desirous to invoke the releasement of love of Godhead through studying Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is a very auspicious journey we are taking today. Just at the outset of the Kartik, may Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bless you all so that we can together in the assembly of the Vaishnavas, we will try to release Srimad Bhagavatam. So as we were chanting these verses from Krsna-lila-stava, which is a compilation by Srila Sanatana Gosvami, this book contains about more than 400 verses, and these verses are mostly written in the mood of a personal meditation and taste for Krishna's Vrindavan pastimes. So in that way, we have kept these verses in our students' handbook. I hope you all have got the handbook. If you refer to the page number 211 in your student handbook, which is the last page, 211, page number 211 contains these 5 verses compiled by Srila Sanatana Goswami. It's a very nice, these are all very nice verses, as I said, to personally meditate upon the personality of Godhead, Vrindavan Krishna. And according to the Acharya's understanding, when we meditate on these verses, it also invokes taste for Sri Vrindavan Krishna. So in that way, maybe most of the days we will be reciting these verses. We would like you to memorize, to take the full advantage of these verses from Krsna-lila-stava. So first verse, it is explained the Sarva Shastradhi Piyusha Sarva Vedaika Satphala Sarva Siddhanta Ratnadhya Sarva Lokaika Drikprada. O Srimad Bhagavatam, O nectar churned from the ocean of all scriptures, you are the most prominent transcendental fruit of the Vedas, enriched with the jewels of all conclusive truths. You grant spiritual vision to all the people of the world. Then Sarva Bhagavata Prana Srimad Bhagavata Prabhu Kali Bhanto Ditaditya Sri Krishna Parivartita. O life breath of the Vaishnava devotees, O Lord, you are the sun which has arisen to dispel the darkness of Kali Yuga. You are actually Lord Krishna who has returned among us. Paramananda Pathaya Prema Varshaksharayate Sarvada Sarvasabhyaya Sri Krishnaya Namastume. O Srimad Bhagavatam, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. By your recitation, one attains transcendental bliss because your syllables shower pure love of God upon the reader. You are always to be served by everyone, for you are an incarnation of Lord Krishna. Madeka bandhumat sangin mad guru man mahadhana man nistaraka mad bhagya madananda namastute. O my friend, my constant companion, my spiritual master, my great wealth, my savior, my good fortune, my source of ecstasy, I bow down to you. Asadhu sadhuta dain ati nicho chataraka hanamancha kadachinmam premna itkanthaya spura. Finally, we are praying unto Srimad Bhagavatam to become mercifully appear in our heart and our voice with your love. So he says, O bestower of saintliness to the unsaintly, O exalter of the most fallen, please never leave me. Always appear in my heart and my voice with your love. So in this way, when we pray to Srimad Bhagavatam in the beginning, through chanting these verses, we can invoke the mercy of Lord Krishna, who can by his own inconceivable potency become manifest in our heart and also become manifest through our voice. So in today's orientation, we will be covering few points. We would like to introduce you to the institute, and we'll understand each other through our taste of studying Srimad Bhagavatam. Then we will also familiarize you with the course overview, Bhakti Vaibhava program, norms, classroom norms, and the assessment overview. So in that way, to begin with, as you know, ISKCON founder Acharya A. Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, he went to the Western countries at the age of 70 with a desire to fulfill the mission of his Guru Maharaj. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he wanted our Prabhupada to preach the message of Godhead to the entire world populace. So Srila Prabhupada, before his journey, he had completed first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. He printed and brought Srimad Bhagavatam. He says, not I am carrying Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavatam is carrying me to the West, because who can bring Bhagavatam unless Bhagavatam himself wants to travel? So in that way, today by Mahaprabhu's mercy and Krishna's blessings, we are in the advanced age of technology, and we are trying to take the full advantage of this technology to to share Bhagavatam study experiences amongst the Vaishnava devotees. So it is the duty of the devotees to relish Srimad Bhagavatam amongst themselves, especially Vaishnavas. When they come together, they relish Srimad Bhagavatam. So Srila Prabhupada had an earnest desire to establish an educational institution in Mayapur, where he wanted to give the opportunity for all international audience, all his international devotees who can come from different parts of the world and study the Vedic literature under able guidance of the senior members of his movement. Since Prabhupada wanted this in 1971, so by following Prabhupada's instructions, we the devotees in Mayapur have established this institution. Not only Prabhupada in 1971 instructed his disciple to establish an institution in Mayapur to enlighten devotees in the sign of Krishna consciousness through this institution. Even prior to Prabhupada, in 1910, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he wrote a letter to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur expressing his earnest desire to teach this Vedic literature. He says, Saraswati, I have a special desire to preach the significance of such books as Srimad Bhagavatam, Sat Sandarbha, Vedanta Darshan. You have to accept this responsibility. Sridham Mayapur will prosper if you establish an educational institution there. So you can see, not that Prabhupada just all in a sudden, he expressed his desire to establish an institution in Mayapur to teach this knowledge of Srimad Bhagavatam and all Gaudiya Vaishnava literature. But prior to Prabhupada, even Bhaktivinoda Thakur in 1910, he had expressed the same desire. So by following the footsteps of the Acharyas, we have started this institution in Mayapur in 2000. We have been operating for the last 20 years. And at present, we are attracting students from all over the world. More than 35 countries, devotees are studying. They are coming to Mayapur, staying here. We have a small campus. Now we are developing the campus to facilitate this program for the devotees who can come from different parts of the world. At present, we are having classes in different languages. Of course, local language like Bengali, Hindi. Then we have got English, we have got Russian, we have got Tamil, Telugu, all these different courses. We have some program in Chinese. So different devotees who speak different languages around the world, we are trying to facilitate this program. So far, over 3,500 devotees have been graduated through Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhava, Bhakti Vedanta, all these programs. And more than 12,000 devotees have been graduated in various other courses. So in that way, Mayapur Institute is just simply trying to fulfill the desire of Srila Prabhupada so that we can facilitate study of Shastra to the entire world. So, my dear devotees, let us spend some time hearing from you. What do you like the most about Srimad Bhagavatam? I know you all have been studying Srimad Bhagavatam on your own. So, kindly share your experience about what do you like the most about studying Srimad Bhagavatam?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavad Pranam. Srimad Bhagavatam, when we hear Prabhu, we feel blissful and the pastimes of Lord Krishna and the devotees, and it soothes our hearing, and it gives immense pleasure Prabhu, by reading the Srimad Bhagavatam and by hearing the katha from the sannyasis and senior devotees. Hare Krishna.
Okay. So when you speak, dear devotees, Be very concise like Prabhu did. Maybe 1 or 2 sentences directly to the point. Why? What is so great about you studying Srimad Bhagavatam? What do you like about studying Srimad Bhagavatam? 1 or 2 sentences. Please share with us.
Hare Krishna. I like reading about the devotees described in the Srimad Bhagavatam, and especially how organized in question answer format where they have the questions that we have the same questions, and then we get the answers reading Srimad Bhagavatam
Okay.
and develop taste.
Great. Jai Rupanuga Prabhu, thank you. Thank you very much for giving us very enlightening mood of studying Srimad Bhagavatam. Yes, dear devotees.
I like Hare Krishna.
Yes, go ahead, Prabhu.
I like about this knowledge of science, spiritual science as a material science, also gives the devotee's lifestyle, so we can look at the principles which are mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, how the different devotees apply different principles in their life, so we can learn from them and apply the same principles and advance our spiritual life to the back to God, back home, back to God.
Great, great. Thank you, Narad Muni Prabhu. Welcome, welcome, Sadhu.
Hare
Krishna
Prabhu.
Yes,
Hare
go
Krishna
ahead.
Prabhu. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead, Sanatana.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. I started reading Srimad Bhagavatam since 3 years every day, like 30 minutes. It really helping me to have a different perspective of the life, and attachments towards the material things are like now I have a different perspective on this material things, and it's helping me to grow in the detachment process.
Your realization is reminding me that verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhakti Pareshanu Bhava Virakti Anyatra Chaisatrika Ekakala. Yes, this is the essence. This is the outcome you're supposed to get. Thank you, Sarada Mataji, for sharing this wonderful experience of losing your attachment to the material object. Yes, Bhakti Pareshanu Bhava Virakti Anyatra Chaisatrika Ekakala, simultaneously. Wonderful. Thank you. Welcome to the Srimad Bhagavatam study. Yes. Some other devotee, please share with us. What do you like about studying Srimad Bhagavatam?
Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Prabhu, actually, being in material condition, actually I like to read Srimad Bhagavatam is because we are stuck in the material condition. We know how material people are reacting in a situation. After reading Srimad Bhagavatam, it's helped me to know how devotees are reacting. So the difference between these two are helping us to become a devotee.
Okay, thank you, Subandhamati.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, Radha Vinod Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. So I, from Srimad Bhagavatam, I like Krishna's pastimes, and more than that, the prayers of wonderful devotees to Lord Krishna. They are the most magnificent. I like them most.
Thank you. You are making me joyful. There are so many wonderful prayers in Srimad Bhagavatam. Your heart will be fully filled with joy. Just simply experience the joy. Hare Krishna. Welcome, Radha Vinod.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. This is Srinivas Gopal from Seattle.
Yes.
I like the reading Srimad Bhagavatam because by reading Srimad Bhagavatam helps me to understand the mood of different devotees, how they are pleasing Krishna and pleasing other devotees.
So Prabhupada says, my attitude, our development in Krishna consciousness depends on the attitude. So yes, you can understand their mood, and that's how we can mold our attitude. And that's very, very nice. It's a very key point. Welcome. May Krishna bless you. Yes, dear devotees, please, what do you like about studying Srimad Bhagavatam? Share with us. I want to know.
Hare Krishna. Sankarshan Chaitanya Das Mathura.
Sankarshan Chaitanya Prabhu, Mathura Des. Baba, you are reminding us of Mathura. Jai Ho. Thank
Prabhuji,
you.
as we all know that all the codings are given in Bhagavad Gita and which are decoded in the Bhagavatam by the devotees who have poured their bhavas, emotions in the different leelas, and that way we understand the Bhagavad Gita better in a much deeper level. So that was my motivation after reading Bhagavad Gita and bits and pieces, listening about Bhagavatam. Now I thought, let me scrutinizingly study in association with your guidance. So that is what my
Okay.
motivation to study Bhagavatam.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Joy Ho Mathura, Deshbasi. So may Krishna, the Lord of Mathura, bless you to have more taste for Srimad Bhagavatam. You release Srimad Bhagavatam. Welcome. Madan Mohan Prabhu, Shyam Des Baba, Bolo, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dandapanam Prabhu. How are you,
Yes.
Prabhu?
Yes, I am fine. Good,
Prabhu,
thank you.
when Krishna is decided to leave this material realm, Prabhu, his friend was worrying more. His name is, I forgot. Uttava was
Uddhava.
worrying more. Then Krishna said, don't worry, I am in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is none other than me. So this way Uttava got satisfied. Then he started reading every day. So his Srimad Bhagavatam is none other than Krishna actually. So Bhagavatam spoken by Krishna, whereas Srimad Bhagavatam spoken by his devotee. So this is more glorious, Prabhu. So
Okay,
this is
great.
a reason.
So you have a personal connection with Srimad Bhagavatam. You understand Krishna is the only thing from Srimad Bhagavatam. This
Yes,
is
Prabhu.
the sound
Hare
incarnation of
Krishna,
Godhead.
Prabhuji.
Joy ho, Radha Keshav Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you very much for giving us a wonderful opportunity to hear from your mouth a nectar of Srimad Bhagavatam, which I have been longing for long, long years. First, I should be very, very grateful to you for arranging this one. My realization, I wanted to be very, very honest with you. I felt like why still I am attached with this material connections, in the sense my material responsibilities and all. Though I have been struggling so hard to engage myself in the spiritual activities more deeply. After the COVID, we are doing Bhagavatam studies every day for 1.5 hours along with another 10-15 devotees. And we have reached the 10th canto now. And this has given me a great realization that I should quit the material life so fast. And Gauranga's and Vaishnava's blessings, Guru's blessings. So soon I'll be quitting my material responsibilities and I'll be engaging full-time in devotional service. That is only because of my Bhagavatam reading in the last 7-8 months, Prabhuji.
Great. See, this is the result. So Prabhupada says, now Krishna consciousness is a science. Science means you bring two chemicals together. When you mix, the result is definite. Similarly, as you study Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhakti, Parishanubhava, your devotion will increase. You will realize the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and your attachment to the material world will gradually diminish until it comes to zero, and your attachment to Krishna increases until he brings you home back to Godhead. Thank you. Very wonderful realization. Yes, dear devotees, what do you like about studying Srimad Bhagavatam? Please give me some energy. I need to be surcharged with your mood.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Prabhuji.
Prabhu.
Madan
Sorry.
Mohan Prabhu.
Yes,
Yes.
Prabhuji. Thank you for starting this course. Actually, I like Bhagavatam because of my teacher. Because I mean, it's absolutely because of him that I have some likeness. Otherwise, I would not be here also. So thank you.
Thank you. Good, nice thing. At least you are trying to release Srimad Bhagavatam through the devotees. Excellent.
Hare Krishna,
Welcome.
Prabhu. My name is Prem
Yes.
Kishore Das.
Yes, Prem Kishore Prabhu. Welcome.
I like Srimad Bhagavatam because Srimad Bhagavatam is nothing but Krishna himself. And it is incarnation of Krishna for the Kali Yuga. So if I want to increase my love for Krishna, I need to know about him, and that is why I want to
read and learn about Srimad Bhagavatam.
Great. Excellent. Welcome, Prem Kishore Prabhu. Yes, devotees,
Hare
kindly share
Krishna.
with us. Yes,
Prabhu,
Chandra
Dhanavad
Prabhu.
Pranam Prabhu. Just actually, as our devotees are like mentioning many wonderful points, just two things I would highlight. I want to highlight here. Our President Devanandan Prabhu used to say that we want to bury our head in Srimad Bhagavatam. I mean, I was trying, but and I see this is the right place and scope for me to bury my head completely in Bhagavatam. So thank you so much for starting this course. That is point number one. And point number two, I couldn't remember which Maharaj was mentioning that, but he was telling that, Grahasthas are getting married, but, Brahmachari is supposed to get married with Srimad Bhagavatam. Means like day and night, 24/7 live with Bhagavatam. So, I mean, I'm finding this is another way for me to, engage myself more with Bhagavatam so that I'm going to,
Yes,
at least
thank
improve a
you.
little bit in the Krishna.
Actually, in our society, we don't just identify the ashram just on the basis of this cloth. Not that a brahmachari who is just wearing a saffron dress or a sannyasi who is just wearing a saffron dress, he is termed as a brahmachari sannyasi. No. Even Prabhupada says a grihastha can also be a brahmachari, a grihastha can also become a sannyasi. So our mood of being a brahmachari devotee of the Lord or sannyasi devotee of the Lord is how much your attachment is there to serve the Lord. What kind of taste you have developed in Krishna consciousness to serve the Lord with a particular mood. So in that way, yes, Koti Chandra Prabhu, we bless you. While you are in Grihastha Ashram, may you enjoy studying Srimad Bhagavatam like a brahmachari. Let you get a second marriage with Srimad Bhagavatam. I bless you.
Hari Hari Hari.
I'm Rajesh.
Yes, Rajesh ji.
What I like about Srimad Bhagavatam is to know how to practice devotional services in practice, as well as from the demoniac activities as well, what not to do so that we stay out of trouble. That's all I have to say. Dhanavad Pranam.
Great. Hare Krishna. Welcome, Rajesh ji. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Jai Manohar Das here.
Yes,
Thank you very much for giving this opportunity to hear from your lotus mouth and have the association of the devotees. The most important thing that I like about Srimad Bhagavatam is when I came to devotional service, it was impression like everything will be rosy, good, but that's not the case. And more I see the examples of especially Pandavas, Bhishma Dev and Vritasura, these prayers and their examples, it shows how a devotee attitude, his mood has to be towards the situation. It's not that the problems will be reduced, but our attitude to face those problems will change.
Excellent. May we get further enlightenment in the mood of Srimad Bhagavatam. It explains. You see, sometimes some people they say, why the demon like Dhritarashtra is there in the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam? According to Sridhar Swami, he explains that Purana, which has got the narration about Dhritarashtra, is Bhagavatam Puranam. Dhritarashtra is not an ordinary demon. So to say, some people they think like that. He is a great Vaishnava, a deep devotee of the Supreme Lord. And you can see the prayer, such a wonderful, meaningful prayer Dhritarashtra is offering. Even sometimes we don't understand how these prayers are coming from the mouth of a person like Dhritarashtra. Yes, there are a lot of beautiful things that can shape our life in Krishna consciousness very nicely. Good. Wonderful. Yeah, devotees. Where do you? Yes, go ahead, Prabhu.
So, my interest in reading the Srimad Bhagavatam or understanding the Srimad Bhagavatam is that it is said that anyone who reads, hears, or even chants the Srimad Bhagavatam, the Lord enters the heart and takes the shelter of that individual. So that is one of the motivation for me to understand the glories about the Lord, the glories about His devotees, and also devotional service. And as Sukadeva Goswami mentions in his prayers, one should immerse oneself and become a drunkard and get intoxicated in the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam. So just trying to take one drop of that nectar. Hare Krishna.
Good. Excellent.
Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Umesh Prabhu, yes.
Dandavat Pranam, Prabhu. Prabhu, for me, I think Prabhupada, our founding Acharya, he has given his life on Srimad Bhagavatam. So I think that is the first thing which always comes to me. And we should give enough, equally, we reciprocate in the same way. And of course, we know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said it's Tamal Praman. It's the highest Praman of everything. And Prabhu, for us, our devotees around us, Devakanandan Prabhu, yourself, I think there's so much. I mean, that's the ultimate scripture for devotees as we all hear that. For everything else is not required for us. Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam is the most important scriptures for devotees. So how can we miss an opportunity to not reciprocate with that? Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for starting this, Prabhu.
Prema Kumartha Mahan Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhur Matam Idam Tatradro Napara. Yes, this is the highest literature. This should be the life and soul of the devotees in Krishna consciousness. Yes, dear devotees, kindly share those who have not shared so far.
Hare Krishna,
What do you
Prabhu.
like about studying Srimad Bhagavatam? Yes.
Come together.
Yes, go ahead.
This is Prema Gaurangi Devidasi and Naindra Prabhu from Oakville, Canada. We really like Srimad Bhagavatam because of the pastimes, and also as Grihastas, we can relate to many of the situations that are examples that are shown in Srimad Bhagavatam that we can relate to, like, for example, Gajendra Moksha, how Gajendra, even being like in a family environment, he still went through trouble, and then he had he was able to remember the Lord at the right time. So these kind of situation reminds us that even there's some kind of hope, even if we are in Grihastha ashram. And reading on our own, sometimes trying to study on our own becomes difficult, and we can kind of get lost sometimes. But in the reading and studying in the association of devotees and you guiding us is really a great opportunity for us, and we are really grateful for that, and we thank you for giving us this opportunity to learn from you also and the other devotees. Thank you.
Yes, this is the point that we would like to read Srimad Bhagavatam in the association of the Vaishnavas, so that we can help each other, we can release Srimad Bhagavatam together, and we can learn from each other. Thank you for expressing your desire to learn from everyone, and also I am desiring to learn from all of you. You all have so many wonderful experiences. So let us celebrate this study of Srimad Bhagavatam together. Yes, devotees, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. This is Sutaru Padma Devidasi from Mississauga, Toronto in Canada. It's a great opportunity to be in the Association of Devotees, actually reading Srimad Bhagavatam, getting to know the mood of the devotees in that, how the Lord protects the devotees under all circumstances. It shows how very merciful, how very compassionate the Lord is. And there is a kind of a taste. The more you read Bhagavatam, the more you want to read. So it's very purifying. And as it's purifying, the more you read, the better the understanding is. So I'm here to actually, for one is for purification's sake and for a better understanding. But to get into the mood of the devotees, it gives a kind of a pleasure when you're reading it. There is a kind of a taste that you get when you're reading Bhagavatam.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. It may get more taste. Yes.
Prabhu, please
Yes.
my humble obeisances.
Yes, Sachimatanataji.
For me, initially I was just only chanting when I started devotion service, but not reading the scriptures. But when I started reading the scripture, it actually connected me to the process even more, and developed the taste for chanting even more. So earlier it was probably on the mental level, not that I am past that level, but then at least I have some appreciation for the devotional service by reading the scriptures of this Srimad Bhagavatam.
Yes, may we get more taste in Krishna consciousness.
Looking
by
forward to
studying.
go more deeper with your association, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Welcome, welcome, Sachinata. Yes, dear devotee. What do you
Hare
like
Krishna,
about
Prabhu.
Yes, Siddhartha.
Dandavad Pranam. Prabhu, when you just asked, I was just contemplating on why I am attracted to Srimad Bhagavatam. But then I could not find any other literature like Srimad Bhagavatam. It's such a wonderful literature that just by reading the characters, the devotees, it just uplifts. Like there is no other literature. Then how can we not be attracted to Srimad Bhagavatam? So
Okay.
so every page, like if any circumstance in our life, we can take any difficult thing or happy thing, we can just come to Bhagavatam, we can find something related in the devotees and how they connect that to Krishna.
Yes.
So it's amazing literature. And
good. Thank you. Welcome, welcome, Siddhartha. Yes, devotees, please share with us.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes,
I'm Padmini Priya from Gauranga Center, Singapore.
Okay.
I would like to say first I have to thank this COVID-19. Because of that, I stay indoor. Usually, I'm a good listener. I will never miss Bhagavatam class in my center. Never. Even Prabhu gave classes. I never missed the classes the days when we were in Singapore. But I never read. I don't like to read. I like to hear. But when I'm locked down, I don't know what to do. So I start reading. And first of all, I don't even know how to, because I was born and brought up in Singapore. I'm not good in reading Sanskrit, not the pronunciation and all. By the help of Savitri Mataji, that, Madan Mohan Prabhu's wife, she from her help, I learned to learn all the scriptures and all. Now I came to know, like just now the Prabhu say, Bhagavatam is the best scripture.
Okay. May this best scripture bring best opportunity in your Krishna consciousness. Yes, dear devotees, who has not
Krishna.
spoken. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, first of all, for teaching us Srimad Bhagavatam. We're really indebted. One aspect that I really feel that I like is when I'm reading the purports of Srila Prabhupada, somehow I feel connected with Prabhupada. And Prabhupada quotes many acharyas, and many times when I hear these acharyas' names, they are just like names, and I don't feel I have any connection with them. But when Prabhupada quotes these different acharyas, I feel like I'm listening to the acharyas, and I feel I'm able to have some relationship, at least something. So I'm really indebted that Prabhupada came and he gave this. So I feel that's one of the main things is I can feel connected to the Guru Parampara and to the great personalities.
Okay. Great. Thank you, Narahari Prabhu. Welcome. Yes, dear devotees, who has not spoken so far? Still there are two devotees. Yes, Mataji.
Actually, thank you very much for giving this opportunity. I always give Bhagavatam gives motivation because it starts from the most important questions, like it should bother everyone of what is the duties of a dying man. So it starts from there, and it unfolds all the answers, then unfolds. So it's a question that should that was what was striking very much for me. So that how it starts from the basic fundamental thing that should bother all of us, and then the answer unfolds in trying to guide us from Dhruva Maharaj, from the materialistic consciousness, taking to the ultimate. It deals with the consciousness from the basic materialistic consciousness from the highest consciousness of the gopis. So all the through the different levels, it takes us, guides us very carefully, and gives us the opportunity to associate with the devotees. It is through this the medium through which they associate, and we learn from them. As devotees said, it is a very wonderful means of learning the different situation.
Excellent. May Krishna bless you. Hare Krishna. Welcome, Mataji. Yes. Who can tell us your realization? What you like? Yes.
I'm Prem Radhika from Singapore.
Can you hear me, Prabhuji?
Yes, yes. Can you come a little closer to the mic?
Okay, can you hear me, Prabhuji?
I can hear, but still I
Hare
think there is
Krishna.
some... Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, thank you so much for this wonderful course. I personally wanted to learn scrutinizingly. I wanted to learn Srimad Bhagavatam, and this is a good opportunity. And by learning Srimad Bhagavatam, you can learn about Krishna and his devotees, the devotees' beautiful qualities of the devotees, and from then, so that I can learn learn how to serve Krishna better.
Okay. Mataji, I think you need to... Yes, I could hear. It was quite a struggle for me. So next time maybe you can adjust your mic so that the voice becomes more clear. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Yes. So who has not spoken so far, please share with us.
Hare Krishna. Hare
Yes,
Krishna,
Radhini
Prabhu.
Gopika
Hare Krishna,
Mataji.
devotees. So why I like to read Srimad Bhagavatam is because it's very relishable, and also the standards that are set in the Bhagavad Gita, they seem a little unattainable, but through pastimes in the Bhagavatam, we see that it makes it very real for us how these exalted devotees have achieved great levels of Krishna consciousness and bhakti. So just by imbibing the mood and following that, we also have some hope to get there.
Yes, you are right. Study of Srimad Bhagavad Gita philosophy is like listening to the philosophy. It's a theory class. Then practical actually happens in studying Srimad Bhagavatam. Sometimes practical class is more easy. Theory class, you just listen. Theory, sometimes it doesn't click actually. When you enter into the laboratory and you try to act. Oh, that's like studying Srimad Bhagavatam is like you are entering into laboratory. I have one devotee here who is an engineer serving in MAYAPUR Institute with me. He tells me sometimes, sometimes I don't know, I don't get test in Bhagavad Gita, but I like Bhagavatam better than Bhagavad Gita. So yes, this is a laboratory where you are entering into the tests and you can relish it more. Thank you, Radhini Gopika. Yes, welcome. Dear devotees, who has not spoken so far? We want to hear from you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Vaishyadeva created this opportunity for us.
Yes.
So my heart goes for him. I am really so much love for him.
So what do you like about studying Srimad Bhagavatam?
Oh, all the Krishna's Leela, Krishna's
Krsna-lila.
pastime.
Okay.
I'm really enjoying it.
Okay, we will see how to go there. Today, in later part of our orientation lesson, we will look into that part. Just hold on your breath for some time. Thank you. We are very happy to hear your enthusiasm in studying Srimad Bhagavatam. Welcome, Sadhuji.
Hare
Yes.
Krishna.
Who has not spoken so far? What do you like about studying Srimad Bhagavatam?
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Hare Krishna Dandavat Pranam. My name is Atmadarshini. What I like about Srimad Bhagavatam is that in every page I find that there's a lot of hope and mercy, and I'm here to gain a deeper appreciation and increase my faith in Srimad Bhagavatam.
Tamadi Devam Karuna Nidhanam. He is the original personality of Godhead, and Karuna Nidhanam. He is the reservoir of all mercy. Yes, this is what you are confirming. This is the verse from Padma Puranam. Tamadi Devam Karuna Nidhanam Tamala Varnam Suhitavataram. Apara Sansara Samudra Setum Bhajamahe Krishna Bhagavata Swarupam. So yes, when you worship Srimad Bhagavatam, you can realize the mercy in every pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. Thank you for confirming this verse from Padma Puranam, Mataji. Hare Krishna, welcome. Yes, dear devotee, please get me excited into studying Srimad Bhagavatam. Unless you push me forward, I will not get excited. So please share more. I want to hear from those who have not spoken so far.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I'm from Portland, and I'm very new to this Srimad Bhagavatam and very new to this Krishna conscious also. So I'm very much blessed to hear from your Srimukha, and please bless me, all the devotees, to please work on this Krishna consciousness. Thank you.
May Mahaprabhu bless you. Hare Krishna. Yes, who has not spoken? There are some other devotees, they have not spoken so far. Advaita Charan Prabhu, why are you keeping quiet?
No, Prabhu, I'm just trying to think about.
You forced me to kind of call your name. You should be speaking on your own.
No, I'm still contemplating, Prabhuji, that why I'm here.
Okay, good.
It's just under your guidance. I wanted to study, studying it for quite some time, but I'm still not realizing it as much I should have, and that's what I needed a guidance. So that's why I'm here.
Okay. Yes, in the association of all the Vaishnavas, definitely you will get guided and you will progress, you will get the test. I don't want to call out anyone's name unless you want to speak on your own. Is there any other devotee, last devotee, who wants to share what do you like about studying Srimad Bhagavatam?
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Like when I read Bhagavatam, I want to read more and more. That is the taste I get, Prabhu. Just to share.
Okay, dear devotees, thank you very much for sharing all of your wonderful experiences. What do you like about studying Srimad Bhagavatam? Yes, I also like Srimad Bhagavatam because this is the desire that Srimad Bhagavatam will one day invoke the releasement of love of Godhead. When we go to the temple, I go to the temple, I can talk to Krishna. Krishna is standing there, I know. He is also there in the heart as super soul. I am not so advanced that I can talk to Krishna. If I have something to ask, I ask him, he will directly respond to me. But as we understand this, Srimad Bhagavatam is none other than the sound incarnation of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And you open Srimad Bhagavatam, when you read Prabhupada's purport, you can see Krishna starts talking to you directly. Many times I have seen, I have some question and it is I have not found an answer. Then all of a sudden you start reading Srimad Bhagavatam and you find your answer is there. Krishna is talking through Prabhupada. Krishna is definitely not going to talk to me directly even from Srimad Bhagavatam, but Krishna is speaking through his pure devotee. As we know, Guru is a representative of Krishna. So Prabhupada, being our Shiksha Guru, he is helping us to connect ourselves with Krishna. So through the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam, we can actually talk to Krishna and we can have personal relationship built, which will invoke our releasement of love for him. And one day I hope by all of your mercy, I'll get that relationship established with Krishna and be reinstated in my constitutional position to serve him wholeheartedly with love and devotion. Okay, last comment. Radhakun Mataji, you wanted to speak? Please go ahead, Mataji.
No, Prabhuji, I just put the recording request.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you. So now we are moving back to our program through slide. So you have already covered this part also. What do you like to achieve by studying Srimad Bhagavatam? So can somebody read this slide?
Yes, Prabhu, Hare Krishna. If you study Srimad Bhagavatam perfectly, then all your education is complete. You do not require any other book to read. You get from Srimad Bhagavatam all material and spiritual knowledge, and at the end, Krishna. This is the profit. Srimad Bhagavatam 2.3.22, Los Angeles, June 19, 1972. Right.
When you read Srimad Bhagavatam, you don't require any other book to read. As we know, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his Navadvip pastime, before going to Gaya and getting initiated from his spiritual master, he was teaching Vyakarana Shastra, Nyaya Shastra and Vaishnava literature to his disciples in Navadvip. And after he got initiated from his guru, came back, and he had developed so much taste for Krishna. Whichever book he opened, whatever he studied, he could see only Krishna through every pages. So similarly, as we try to study Srimad Bhagavatam, we establish our relationship with Krishna, then you can feel that there is no need of reading any other book, because whatever knowledge is required to make our journey a success is already there in Srimad Bhagavatam. Studying Srimad Bhagavatam means you are actually in contact with the goal. When goal is achieved, then there is nothing remains unachieved. So in that way, study of Srimad Bhagavatam will definitely help you to acquire whatever is necessary to make your journey successful. This is Bhagavata Dharma. To study Srimad Bhagavatam very carefully. Every knowledge is there. Kimba parai Ishvara. There is no need of reading any other book. The perfection of life is to understand God. So, by reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Sadhyaha, immediately, Hridhi Avarudhyate Ishvaraha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by simply reading Srimad Bhagavatam, he is already there, but immediately he is realized. This is perfection of life. So here we are speaking about studying Srimad Bhagavatam. As we know, there are different acharyas who have released Srimad Bhagavatam and who have given commentaries. If you see a book which is called actually Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapuranam, Aneka Vyakhya Sahitam, means you can find the commentaries of around 10 different acharyas speaking on one verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. So in Vrindavan pastime, we have seen when these Goswamis, they were sent to Vrindavan by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to introduce the pastime pleasures of Krishna and compile the Vedic literature. In those days, they used to live under one tree for one night, then next morning they would move to another tree. This is a sign of their detachment. And Prabhupada explains by quoting this Sora Goswami Astakam by Srinivasa Acharya, Nana Shastra Vicharanaika Nipuno. They are scrutinizingly, very expertly analyzing the different Vedic literatures. Why? Sadharma Samstapako. To establish the eternal religious principles. Why? Lokanam Hitakarino. To benefit the common people. Similarly, for us, when we study Srimad Bhagavatam, by chewing the remnants of the acharyas, starting with our ISKCON founder Acharya A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, that will definitely give us a solid footing in Krishna consciousness, and also we can understand how to act according to Shastra. So these Goswamis, not only they were compiling the Shastra, they would also read and they will understand it, then they will act according to the Vedic literatures. Similarly, they also want us, Shravanam, first of all hear, then you digest the philosophy, and then you act according to Srimad Bhagavatam principles. So if we want to become successful in practicing the principles that are enjoined in Srimad Bhagavatam, then one thing you need to keep in mind, that this is very important thing I can tell you. If you can take a vow, that's also best, but I don't want to force you. That's your personal choice. As long as we keep on finding fault with devotees, as long as we blaspheme the devotees, we will not be able to release the real taste of Srimad Bhagavatam. You must know this. Just in previous slide, Prabhupada says, you don't require any other book to read. This is a complete scripture, Srimad Bhagavatam. If you would like to take the advantage of this book, Srimad Bhagavatam, then I would request all of you from today onwards, please always remain conscious not to blaspheme any devotee, not to even having ill feeling towards a devotee. My dear devotees, you will see very soon, as you cultivate this mode, you act upon this mode while studying Srimad Bhagavatam will stand out to you and you can feel the mercy of Sri Krishna through the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. So please take to your heart. Let us all prepare ourselves in our journey from today. We'll try to be very, very cautious about not to commit any offense to the devotees. And we can pray for the merciful protection of Krishna through studying Srimad Bhagavatam so that we will become successful in our attempt to study Srimad Bhagavatam. So here, this is the approach we should take in studying Srimad Bhagavatam. If you don't have correct approach, then you will be lost on the way. So here Prabhupada is speaking, here this Srimad Bhagavatam had been described as the authorized approach to the Bhagavatam is to first carefully read the first 9 cantos, which establish the greatness of the Supreme Lord, His universal form, His material and spiritual energies, His creation of the cosmos, His incarnations, and so on. Reading the first 2 cantos is like contemplating the lotus feet of the Lord. And as one gradually progresses, one looks upon the Lord's various bodily limbs until finally one sees His smiling face in the 10th canto's account of His pastimes with the gopis. So my dear devotees, we have seen in our experience, there are so many people who recite Srimad Bhagavatam. They speak on Srimad Bhagavatam in the assembly of so many people, and we have seen hardly any one of them they follow the principles of devotional service. And such kind of speaking, how much benefit is bringing to the society, that you all can understand. So here Srila Prabhupada is clearly mentioning the authorized approach to Srimad Bhagavatam is one must start one's journey starting with the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Srila Prabhupada, he is very nicely explaining. He says this authorized approach which starts with the first canto, as we gradually move forward by studying about his universal form, his different energies, creation of the cosmos, his incarnations, these are nothing but understanding about the opulent manifestation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In this way, when you become fully conversant with his majestic aspect, then your love for him is awakened. The story in this connection can be referred to is, as we know, Sri Narad Muni used to visit Rukmini's father's assembly. And Narad Muni will describe about the qualities of Krishna to Rukmini's father, and Rukmini Devi, she would hidingly hear about the glories of Krishna. Just by hearing from the lips of a pure devotee, Narad Muni, Rukmini Devi, while he had not seen Krishna personally, got attracted to him. So similarly, even though our blunt material senses cannot perceive the personality of Godhead, but when we give this authorized approach, we try to study Srimad Bhagavatam starting with first canto by following Bhakti Vedanta purport. We hope, not only we hope, we are confident that this authorized approach will one day give us the proper mood, so that when you enter into the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, where many confidential pastimes between Krishna and the gopis in Vrindavan explained, will be taken with correct mood. The study of first 9 canto means preparing our consciousness to enter into the topmost subject matter that are delineated in 10th canto. So in that way, in our society, Srila Prabhupada wanted all of our devotees, they must study Srimad Bhagavatam beginning with first canto. Not that there are some philosophical explanation about this creation subject, or this speaking about universal form of the Lord, or sometimes there are very hardcore philosophy about Vishnu Tattva. We should not read this. No, directly go to the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. I just simply want to hear the pastimes. I just simply want to hear the stories. No, my dear devotees. Who can relish the story? Who can relish these pastimes of Krishna which is devoted in Vrindavan? One who is qualified. Just like we can give an analogy. If you have a pot which has got pores, then as you keep on pouring water onto the pot, it will go out from the holes. Unless you have a very solid pot without having any holes on it, you cannot contain the water. Similarly, at the present moment, we have not studied from first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. That means there are so many holes in our pot. How much we try, it is not going to be contained there. So by giving this authorized approach, we are actually qualifying ourselves to become a true recipient of the pastimes, the confidential pastimes of Srimad Bhagavatam, as Krishna mentioned in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So that's why it is very, very important that we are starting our journey from the first canto. I hope you will stay with us. So this Srimad Bhagavatam, which contains 12 cantos, all these different cantos, they represent different bodily limbs of the personality of Godhead. Pado Jadiya Prathama Ditiya, the first two cantos, canto 1 and 2, represents the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. Then Tritiya Turiya Kathito Jaduru, these third and fourth canto represents his thighs. Then Navis Tatha Panchama Eva Sasta. So his fifth canto represents his Navi Desa, that is waist. Then sixth canto, the chest. Seventh and eighth canto, two arms. The ninth canto, neck. 10th canto, his beautiful smiling face. 11th canto, his forehead. 12th canto is his crown. So in that way, this entire 12th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam is nothing but the beautiful form of the personality of Godhead. So as we go to the temple, we have been taught to have darshan of the Supreme Lord starting with his lotus feet. So similarly, when we are trying to establish our relationship with him, we try to start with the meditation on his lotus feet. And in fact, Srila Prabhupada has explained, just by studying first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, one will understand entire Srimad Bhagavatam. So that means the study of first canto is very, very important for the followers of ISKCON members, because we are following Srila Prabhupada. As we understand Prabhupada's mood and we enter with correct attitude, then that ensures success for us. Srila Prabhupada on classroom norms. Just like if you enter into any educational institution, if you don't surrender yourself to the rules and regulation of the institution, how you can get advantage of the knowledge imparted by the institution. That means when we are preparing our journey, we want to have certain structure, some rules and regulations to be followed by the teacher and students, so that we can get the correct result out of our study. So in the classroom norms, definitely you all are sitting at home, so it's always better to have tilak and nice Vaishnava attire, then your consciousness is prepared. So maybe take a bath, then with tilak, with clean and fresh mood, come to study Srimad Bhagavatam. That will help, that will enhance your understanding. When you would like to ask any question, kindly raise your hands. As some of you have been raising hand today, you know there's a facility in Zoom where you can raise hands. Then I can also call you, and we'll value students' contribution. Sometimes some students, they will just say something. So please understand them also. We will refrain from side conversations. Anyway, here there is no side conversation because everyone is sitting at home. But I would say during your class, this 2 hours class, kindly keep yourself with us. You are sitting at home, maybe sometime you have your family member, they have need, they will come to you, or you have got some other things happening here at home, some guests are coming. Kindly arrange your other activities and don't create any disturbance to us. Sometimes some devotees, they just keep themselves unmuted, and it creates disturbance because of the background noise. So kindly be attentive to the other devotees' needs, and take this as a sadhana practice, that these 2 hours in a week, I will be fully attentive in the class. I will ensure that there is no disturbance created by me. Then we will refrain from making and receiving mobile phone calls. Yes, that's also a kind of disturbance. Then we will refrain from borrowing strength from status or position. Here we are all devotee. We are not engineer, we are not doctor, we are not farmer, we are not brahmachari, we are not grihastha. We are just simply trying to study Srimad Bhagavatam in the assembly of the Vaishnavas. We respect the right of the individual to withdraw without stating reasons from any exercise which makes him feel unduly uncomfortable. Well, sometimes I will give some exercise where you may all have to spend some time with your partner, or you can share with us. If you feel that you don't want to participate, you can withdraw yourself. We will not force you. We will each accept full responsibility for success in achieving our desired outcomes. That means you have to accept the responsibility for your personal learning. I will not know, I am not the super soul sitting in your heart. Unless you ask me question to clarify your doubts, I will not know whether you have understood the subject matter thoroughly or not. Kindly take this responsibility to yourself and take the advantage by asking questions. We will confront issues of behavior, not people. Sometimes some case study may come up while discussing certain topics. Please don't remain in attacking mood to any individuals. Let us understand the issues, not confront people's behavior. We will each honor any agreement reached based on Vaishnava Shastras. So here we are supposed to become a perfect Vaishnava. How can we become a perfect Vaishnava unless we follow the scriptures? I may not agree with certain things because of my conditioned nature. That does not mean what Shastra tells us as a conclusion is false. No, that's why even sometimes we find that there are certain conclusions which are explained in Shastra, and because of my conditioned nature, I cannot accept it. But at least we should accept Shastra as our ultimate authority, and in principle we must agree with the conclusion reached that are based on Vaishnava literatures. Any question or comment, whatever we have discussed so far, before we enter into the next step?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam Prabhu. Prabhu, you said in the beginning notes are shared. Actually, the notes I have not received, Prabhuji. In the beginning, like when you are invocation doing, Prabhu, that time you said you refer note so and so page number. Not received.
That has been shared in the chat now. If you look at the WhatsApp chat group, it is shared,
Okay,
and
yeah.
also in the Zoom chat, also there's a download file. You can download that file.
Okay.
Prabhu, sorry, one question here, Prabhu. Not about the lecture norms, but in the beginning you mentioned not to have any blasphemy of devotees. In that aspect, one question here is, is it okay or good to come comparing in the Shastra also? I say Bhishmadev is great devotee, but there is Narada is even greater devotee. Such a comparison is made many a times, but among our community, if devotees start comparing this devotee is greater than that devotee, how is that considered to be a blasphemy, or how to go? I just want to clarify.
No, this is a general question. I would not attend to this question unless it becomes a particular case study, because it will differ. The discussion will differ. An answer also will differ according to what type of discussion you are having, what is the mood behind. All these things has to be taken into account before responding to this question.
Sure, Prabhu.
Okay, so yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I would like to know a little bit about yourself, as we are going to be with you for 1 year or 2 years probably to complete this Bhagavatam. So if you can kindly introduce about yourself, that will be greatly appreciated. Hare Krishna.
Okay, I joined 27 years ago in Mayapur. Since I joined, my main interests have been in studying our literature, Vaishnava literatures. And while engaged in different responsibilities in ISKCON Mayapur, I was always trying to find time to study Srila Prabhupada's books. That's how when the devotee who was taking care of Mayapur Institute responsibility before me taking over, he decided to hand over this responsibility to me. Since 2009, almost 10 years, I have been serving as the director of Mayapur Institute, where I have, since I have taken over, we have started many different courses here, and I have got more than around 50 teachers who are teaching the different scriptures. I am overall, you can say, in charge for the Center Shastra Study program, which are happening in-house in Mayapur. And at present, we are doing programs in all over Middle East. In Canada, we started just recently. We are doing in USA in different groups, Singapore, Malaysia. Now we are starting in Indonesia. So in that way, so this is my main service is to study Shastra and inspire devotees to study Shastra. This is my main service, and I actually take joy in helping devotees in understanding Prabhupada's books and giving an authorized approach to the understanding of Vedic literature. This is my identity, and I am trying to also deepen my understanding about Bhakti Shastras so that I can also become a perfect devotee one day by all of your blessings. Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Just if you could make a comment on how you develop this knowledge at such a deep level that you can now teach it. What are any things you did especially, or just reading it again and again? Like, what did you do?
This is the mercy of my spiritual master, because when I first took up this service, I went to ask him, because my spiritual master is His Holiness Radha Govind Das Goswami. And normally my Guru Maharaj does not encourage any of his disciples to become involved in admin service, because he understands admin service is quite demanding and it takes away most of your time. So particularly when I got this service, I went to take blessing from him, and I wanted to hear from him what he wanted me to do. When I asked him, he spoke to me in Hindi. He said, "Yeah, बहुत अच्छा सर्विस है, ये करना चाहिए, ये भागवत पढ़ना, भागवत पढ़ाना, ये बहुत अच्छा सेवा है, करना चाहिए." So he actually wanted me to do this service. To be honest with you, actually when Guru Maharaj instructs you, he also acts as Antarjami and he understands many things. I would like to share some very wonderful realization with you since you asked me. Since I started this service, actually I am not so much skillful in admin management. I can understand the principle and I can give direction how to take correct decisions, how to work. But when it comes to deal with people of different background, sometimes they don't understand, they move properly, it becomes quite challenging to me. And really, since I took over the service, I was undergoing a lot of challenges, and I could see that I don't want to do this administration service for a long time. But as I said, Guru Maharaj is actually Antarjami. Recently, he, without even asking me, he just instructed one devotee. He said, "You go and study in Mayapur Institute." And this devotee is from Delhi. He has his own service, I mean to say his business, but now he has decided to just stay here to assist me in this service because he is from business background, and businessman means they are very expert in managing things. So in that way, by Guru Maharaj's mercy, now I have got a very capable assistant who is going to do more service in this administration department. So I am getting more time and I want to study more actually. I'm not satisfied so far. But whatever you can say, in understanding or the credit I have earned in Krishna consciousness, that is purely the blessing of my spiritual master. And I also try to study and listen to the senior devotees. That is how you gain the knowledge and realization. Another thing also, very important thing in this connection I would like to share with you. You see, you may read, the realization is not dependent on your reading. I am repeating this sentence again. One may read Shastra, and if he thinks that just by me reading Shastra, because I am a very intelligent person, I am a mechanical engineer, or I am, so and so, I have earned so much credit in the material world. Just by exercising my intelligence, I can realize Shastra. My dear sir, you can read Vedic literature, but the realization is not depend on your endeavor, your intelligence. That is purely depends upon your service and attitude, which will attract Krishna's mercy, and Krishna will give you realization. That means you all must render some physical service to Krishna. Rishikena Rishikesa Sevanam Bhakti Uchyate. Very simple. Many devotees, they don't understand the secret of science of Krishna consciousness. Kindly find some time to do service to Krishna by employing your senses. And you will see, automatically, the things will become realized in you. That's also another thing I wanted to share with you. Okay, so now we are going to see the handbook. I hope all of you have got handbook. Who has not got the handbook yet? Can you raise your hand? Rangamai Krishna Prabhu. Okay, Sudama Prabhu, are you there?
Yes, Prabhuji, I'm here. I have shared the handbook in the chat. Please kindly check it, dear devotees.
Okay. So, dear devotees, here I would like to take the opportunity to introduce our course coordinator, Sudama Gopa Prabhu, who has been serving with me for last many years. First of all, he was studying here. Then Prabhuji decided to help me in our MAYAPUR Institute service. So he is currently helping me to coordinate our Bhakti Vaibhav program for the Institute, Module 1 and Module 2. Because I personally I'm desirous to start this online program, and I requested Prabhu. Prabhu has kindly agreed to do this service for us. So what he will do is he will take care of the assessment part, and sometimes you may have some doubts, queries and questions, any kind of difficulties. Sudama Gopa Prabhu is there. He is also one of the admin in our chat group. So what we will do is, today we have got around 44, 43 participants. So after next class, I'm thinking we will kind of, erase those devotees who have given their name included in the group, but they are not coming. And with you all, will finalize our group, and Sudama Gopa Prabhu will be assisting all of you. And any kind of question you can ask Prabhu, and you can also note down Prabhu's email address. Sudama Gopa Prabhu, you can share your email address in the chat group so that everybody will know how to contact you. And at any time you would like to ask anything also, you can write to me. So this is how we will do. So now handbook is given. Good, thank you. sudamagopa.ccm@gmail.com. So in that way, you can easily reach Prabhu and take advantage of this course. Okay, Manjari Gopika Mataji, you wanted to ask something?
No, Prabhu, because you said raise your hand if you have not received the book, so that's why I've raised the hand.
Okay.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. So in the handbook, you will see we have given some information about the program. So this first module has got around 14 units. Each unit will take around 5 lessons, and at the end of every unit we will have test. That means if we complete unit 1 today, the next week we will have test, then the following week we will start our next unit. So there will be no holiday because we are having only class once a week. We may not give you much time, I mean to say no gap, just it will be a continuous program. And some preliminary questions are there in the handbook. If you see afterwards, you can refer to and you can take clarification from Sudama Gopa Prabhu. Also, there are open book questions in the handbook. So all these things let us discuss while discussing about the assessment. So in assessment, there will be closed book test at the end of each unit drawn from the Purva Swadhyaya preliminary study. This preliminary study questions are there in the handbook, and also there are analogies. So we'll ask the question from there. Sometimes it depends. Maybe we'll also ask you some descriptive type question in closed book test. So just for your information, you can refer to the questions which are there in the handbook, and open book questions are there in the handbook. In the beginning of the unit, we will give you the open book question. As you go through the lessons through entire week, you can prepare your answer, and we expect you to submit your open book assignment before the start of the next unit. For example, if we complete unit 1 today, the following Saturday, according to India time, the following Saturday will be your test. Then the next Saturday we will begin our unit 2. So before beginning of unit 2, during that week, you all must submit your open book assignment. If you want us to serve you better, please, you also have to cooperate with us, because we have got many other responsibilities. If you delay in submission, then it may create some miscommunication, some trouble for us. So please be on time, or if you are not able to meet with the time limit, then kindly coordinate with our course coordinator Sudama Gopa Prabhu, so that he understands your situation, and he can also make some adjustment to any special request. Maybe we are going to health challenges or something happens, that can also be addressed if you inform us on time. Then, because this is Bhakti Vaibhav program, we will have 2 presentations. Definitely there will be individual lecture that will come later on, and there are some one presentation. We will speak more about these presentations later part of the course. After a few units are completed, we'll discuss about it. Okay. Anyway, when devotees are coming and studying here in Mayapur, we definitely give some credit for general attitude and behavior. So you all are mature devotees. I know you will behave properly. Then we have got, this is the way we will be grading your assessment. You will get, I will take 15% from your closed book test, 10% from your sloka. The slokas to be memorized are given at the end of the handbook. If you refer to the handbook, page number 185 that starts with the first verse. So in that way, there are verses to be memorized at the end of the handbook. You can learn these slokas, and Sudama Gopa Prabhu will take the test from you. So what you can do is, because you all are sitting at home, you can memorize the verses, and then you can close your eyes and take a video shooting. That after closing the eyes, you are reciting the verses and you are reciting the translation. The translation does not necessarily have to be as it is, as given by Srila Prabhupada in his translation, but you should be able to convey the essence of the verse in your own language. This is what we will test. We don't want you to memorize everything as it is, because how many things can you memorize? If you understand things correctly, then you can express it in your own words and you can efficiently become a successful preacher. So in that way, a sloka test can be conducted like this by Sudama Prabhu. And as we said, open book question is there. We will take 35%. Each open book questions can be answered between 600 to 800 words. Word limit would be, am I correct, Sudama Gopa Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, 600 to 800 words. You can take the word limit for open book questions. Presentation will take 30%. Then sadhana, attitude, classroom behavior, 10%. That will, everybody will get 10% because you are. I expect you all will do your sadhana correctly at home. We have got some sadhana sheet, so do your sadhana. So behavior, attitude, everything, the 10% you will get. Pass mark for each component except open book question is 65%. For open book question, the pass mark is 60%. So this is how the overall assessment will continue. Those who will take part in the assessment, they will be awarded Bhakti Vaibhav certificate after completion of this course. So before we go to the orientation lesson objectives, any question or comment on today's discussion, whatever we have discussed so far? Yes.
Is this assessment given in the handbook or no?
Assessment questions are there in the handbook.
No, I mean the assessment which showed the slide. This slide is in the handbook or no?
Yeah, it's there in the handbook.
Okay. What page number?
Oh. No, it is not there, Prabhuji. I think they have taken it out. Okay, what we can do is we can share this slide with all of you.
Maybe we can just send in an email or something.
Yes. Yeah. We'll do that. We'll share.
Thank you.
Yes, Narahari Deva Prabhu. You want to
Prabhu,
ask?
yes, Prabhu. So in page 184, there are two sections. One is it says must memorize the about 20 shlokas, and then it says in bold plus any 18 from the list below. So for the first 20 which are there, do we need to also know the translation? And
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And for 18 shlokas which are there, any of the 18 shlokas, we just need to know the verses, any 18 or
translation also. Not translation also. Verse means translation.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, this sloka posting can be done only after passing through that sloka, or we can give it in advance also?
You can give in advance also, no problem. If you know, you can do it in advance.
Thank you.
No, if Mataji is participating, no problem. Just register. Yes, register.
One
That
quick
is
question,
better.
Prabhu.
Yes.
How do we submit this recording? We send it by email, or how do we do it? Like a video recording
Yeah,
of the.
you can send by maybe WhatsApp.
Okay, WhatsApp message.
What do you think, Sudama Gopal Prabhu? How can they send the recording?
Yeah, the best is through WhatsApp if everyone is agree with that.
Yeah, just record and send through WhatsApp. It's very simple.
Is it
Nowadays,
personal or in the group we send it? Like we send it to personally or post it in a group or something like that?
It's better personally, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So
Yes,
Prabhu, please
personal.
send us your WhatsApp number then.
I will share in the group my
Okay.
WhatsApp number.
Hare Krishna.
Any other question, dear devotees?
The presentation part which you mentioned, is it? I mean, there was 20% for presentation. Prabhu, what does that involve? I mean, we see in the handbook it's about lecture and also.
Yeah, the lecture we'll discuss about it later on. Don't worry about that. Everything. If you worry about everything in one go, it may create some confusion in you. So we'll discuss about the presentation part later on again.
Okay.
Joy.
Prabhuji, I have a question. What are the timings from later on? Like today's was Friday.
Very good. I also wanted to come there. Now you are kind of bringing me closer. Okay, so there was some kind of request from the devotees. I have no problem starting at 6:30 India time IST. Sudama Gopal Prabhu, is it okay, acceptable to you?
Yes, Prabhuji, anytime.
Okay, so I am proposing from next class on, we would change our timing to 6:30 IST, India Standard Time. Is it acceptable to you, my dear devotees?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. For Singapore, it is already 9, 10, 11 o'clock. It's very late, too late.
Yes,
Yeah, earlier will be better, Prabhuji, if you can do earlier, because next week we are also in Canada. The time is going to change, like from 1st of November. We are in a
So
daylight.
that means you all are suggesting at 6 o'clock?
So Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Dhanavad Pranam. We are from America, Prabhuji. So if you are 6:30 Indian time, our change is going to change. It is early morning, 5 o'clock for us. If it is little earlier than that, then earlier for us, Prabhuji. So 6:30. Yeah, 4:30.
Oh, it's going to become too difficult for you. See, devotees. Now you have to kind of be merciful to each other.
Yes, Prabhuji. But whatever you suggest, that is acceptable, Prabhuji. We are okay to get up at even 4 o'clock for you, Prabhuji, to hear from you. So,
but I just wanted to point out that in November, that clocks change and we go back 1 hour. So what's 4 o'clock today will be 3 in the morning for you in November. And so like in Toronto, for example, 6:30 means 9 o'clock in the morning. And it means 6 o'clock in the morning for Vancouver. But 1 hour earlier means 8 o'clock and 5 o'clock. So it becomes really difficult. And I appreciate that with the global audience, it's difficult to please everybody. So I don't know what's the best time. But personally, I thought your 6:30 time should be good for most of them because it's 4 o'clock in the morning somewhere, 5 o'clock in the morning somewhere else, 8 o'clock in the morning. So anything earlier would be difficult. That's how I feel.
Okay.
Right? I mean, I don't want to speak for everybody, but I'm just guessing.
No, I understand, Prabhu. I understand. So that's what I may put this request. I know those who are from Singapore, it will become difficult for them. You see, devotees from Singapore, what we can do, then we can.
Prabhuji, when we planned for this course, we said that it will start at 9. So 6:30 should be fine, looking at devotees who are getting up at 4, 4:30 or 5. So 9 to 11, because it's Saturday.
Yeah.
So 6:30 should be fine, Prabhuji.
Okay. So now we agree to the 6:30 time. from next class on, it will be 6:30. I remember I also, when I announced, I had told will be 6:30. What happened is when I posted this message on the group that I'm starting today at 6 o'clock, it slipped off my mind. And because I was not so well even then, that's why it was my mistake. But as you know, initially when I announced this program, I had announced at 6:30. So we will remain fixed with our earlier decision. The program will continue at 6:30 IST from next class onwards.
So what I wanted to add was that next month on, 6:30 would be 8 o'clock and 5 o'clock in Vancouver. The clocks go back 1 hour.
Yeah.
So maybe 7:30 your time from next month would be 9 o'clock in Toronto, 6 o'clock in Vancouver, and so on.
No. Singapore devotee, they cannot pop up.
So what's the time in Singapore at 7 o'clock, 7:30 in India?
7:30 would be 10 p.m. in Singapore.
Okay.
So that will be 10 or 12 midnight.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, Prabhu. We can't. I can't wait until
No,
11.
I understand. I just didn't know what time it is.
So we have to now we are kind of help each other. We are trying to help each other, accommodate each other. Okay.
We keep as what we are today. We keep the same time.
No. We are moving by
6:30 will be 9 p.m. 9 to 11 p.m. Singapore time.
Yeah, 6:30. We are keeping 6:30. I know I cannot please everybody, but I have to take some decision to move forward. So, okay. Anything else, Sudama Gopa Prabhu?
No, Prabhuji.
Okay. So now we're going to conclude the session for today. We discussed in our orientation, we reflected on the verses in Glorification of Srimad Bhagavatam from Krsna-lila-stava, Sri Krsna-lila-stava by Sanatana Gosvami, Prabhupada's statements regarding importance of studying Srimad Bhagavatam, our own aspirations for Bhagavatam. Then we are referring to the 12th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam representing different parts of Lord's body. We took a journey to understand the overview of this Bhakti Vaibhava program, classroom norms, assessment overview, and the next reading assignment for you is read from preface and Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 1, Chapter 1, text number 1 to 3. Okay, this is your reading assignment, and while you are preparing yourself, kindly look into these questions. Present Krishna as the absolute truth with reference to the Sanskrit and analogies given in 1.1.1. Present the authority of Srimad Bhagavatam with reference to other Puranas, erudite scholars from 1.1.1. Present the significance of the Srimad Bhagavatam with reference to Mahamani Krite in 1.1.1.2. Analyze the distinction between real and pretentious religion with reference to the second verse, first chapter of first canto. Cite examples of cheating religion with reference to Chaturvarga, Jnana, Karma, and Upasana Kanda. So, if you read Prabhupada's translations and focus on responding to these questions, you will have some clarity. And then when we come to the class, because we are having a big group, sometimes we may not have so much time. I may ask some questions, and you can also refer to these points in the class. We may discuss these points upon hearing from you. And then at some other time, I will be speaking from the slide notes. In that way, sometimes I will speak, sometimes I will ask you to speak. In this way, we will try to understand this Bhagavatam correctly. So this is how it will continue. And yes, now I am done.
Hare Krishna,
So,
Prabhu. One quick question.
yes.
Is this reading assignments mentioned anywhere in the handout book, or how do we remember these things? What do we have?
You take, okay, Sudha Gopal Prabhu, can you take a picture, then you send in group to everybody? Haribol?
Krishna Prabhuji, yeah, I will send it the reading assignment in the group on our WhatsApp group. So sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
So Sudama Gopal Prabhu will forward this in our group.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, this is Narmani Das.
Yes.
Is it possible to send the reading assignment in an email so we can print it? Because it's difficult to print from the WhatsApp. Or are they in the handbook, the reading assignment for each unit?
For each unit.
Like for
Sometimes
each
I will
lesson?
give, you see, sometimes that's what I'm saying, sometimes I'll give some reading assignments like this, the class before. And
Best would be if you can send PDF file of the presentation, something like handouts or something. That by email.
Sudama Gopal Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji. Because the reading assignment, it will be different according to the teachers. So please kindly note in the end of the class, the teacher will give you the reading assignment. So every time we have the class, I will send to the emails, or Narad Muni Prabhu is preferred email, I can send to him through email. And then I send also to the WhatsApp group. Yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah, Prabhuji, one small question. I mean, as you said that each module will take 5 sessions. So do we have a kind of sections of each module so that we can, prior to coming to class, we can have a...
Yes, in the handbook you can see that. In handbook, it's given for every lesson.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, Prabhuji.
Prabhu, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Regarding the Prabhu, you mentioned that each unit has 5 lessons, and there is a test at the end of each lesson or each unit, Prabhu?
Each unit.
Each unit, okay. And Prabhu, this 14 units that we are finishing, so the idea is that we have to finish this in 2 years. Is that the duration of?
We will see. Let's start first. We don't want to make so much, calculation at the beginning. Let us start first. After some time, we will see how to continue our journey.
Thank you, Prabhu.
I don't want to make such a big plan.
Yes.
You see, I made a plan to start 1 month before, and Krishna didn't want what to do. So let us start. We are starting. Let us continue for some time, then we will see. Okay. So
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I have one question.
Yeah.
Prabhu, we are not in the WhatsApp group, so we send our information to Narottam Vilas Prabhu. So should we contact Sudama Prabhu now?
Sudama Prabhu, yes. You can
Okay, Prabhu. Yeah, Hare.
Narottam Vilas Prabhu didn't come today, right? He is not there in the group today. I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, he's not in. I will check.
Okay. So the concluding quote for today, can somebody read this?
Yes, Prabhuji, I can read that.
Yeah.
The conclusion is that simply by hearing the Vedic literature, Srimad Bhagavatam, one can have direct connection with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, and thereby one can attain the highest perfection of the life by transcending worldly miseries, illusion, and fearfulness. These are practical tests for one who has actually given a submissive hearing to the readings of Srimad Bhagavatam 1.7.7 purport. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Thank you
Krishna.
very much, Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Jai. Thank you so much.
So this is how we have concluded our orientation program today. And officially we will start with our lesson number 1 from next Saturday, India time, 6:30 p.m. Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Rama Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Vancha Kalpataru
Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, I think.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Is there anything else I can do now? Or maybe like Kunda, like would follow up if somebody comes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. You
Yes.
are supposed to share the recordings also. Sudama Gopa Prabhu.
Hare Krishna,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Will you share it on the WhatsApp group or how will you share that recordings?
It's supposed to be the Damodar Prabhu recording it now in Prabhuji's laptop. Somehow in this group, yeah, there is a technical issue that I couldn't be a co-host. If I can be a co-host, I can recording for all of you. So start from next class, I will be in the co-host and then I can record it for you and upload it for all of you.
So this particular class we couldn't, it was not recorded.
Yes, it is
Prabhu?
recorded. Yes,
It's
it is
recording
recorded
it,
in
right?
my system. Yes, it is recorded
Okay.
in my system. What I'll do is, I'll tell Damodar Prabhu to find the recording and send to you, then you can share with the whole group.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Sudama Prabhu, just ask
Yes.
Damodar.
Yeah,
Tomorrow he will find the recording from the system and share with you.
Okay, okay, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay. Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Thank you.